The Devils were involved in a trade today, but they were sort of the facilitator of two other teams. It was a 3-team trade, and it started with John's Boston Bruins as they traded Trent Frederic to the New Jersey Devils for the rights to unsigned forward Petter Hauser. And he is not he's a draft pick for them, but he hasn't been signed. And they retained 50% of Trent Frederic's salary. Boston did. New Jersey, as the intermediary, then turned around and traded Frederic to the intended destination, the Edmonton Oilers, in exchange for Shane LaChance, who is a young 21-year-old playing at Boston University who has ties with both the current and former New Jersey Devils in terms of a guy who played for the Devils, his coach, Jay Pandolfo with Boston University, and maybe some family connections in the Devils organization as well. So if you're New Jersey, this is not the move you're talking about, but Edmonton loads up with a tough forward. What are your thoughts about what Edmonton did first to get Trent Frederic at basically 1/4 of his salary for the rest of the year?
There's one team in the NHL as a team up to this point this year that has fewer hits than the Dallas Stars. That's the Edmonton Oilers.
I was just going to say, is it the Oilers?
It's the Oilers. They have the least amount of hits as a team in the NHL. So when you get Frederic, that's what you're getting. You're getting a 6'3". I think the both guys they picked up, they picked up some size. They're both 6'3", 215 and 220 or whatever. But the thing about Fredericks is he can put the puck in the net. He's got better hands than you would think. But they're adding some size, and this is a playoff move. This is to grab that kind of attention that they don't have from other opponents, knowing that, okay, now we've got a big physical guy, and he can play in your middle six probably on the third line. It'll be interesting who Edmonton would take out to put him in, but there's a reason that they went and added something like that at this time of the year.
And as the resident Bruins fan in attendance, John, are you happy that they're starting the sell-off?
Yeah, but the question is it only going to be the guys on expiring deals that they do it, or are they actually going to sack up and get rid of Charlie Coyle and Brandon Carlo like they probably should? And I would bet with that front office, they're probably not, because they still want to make the playoffs again next year, because then Jacobs they get their playoff revenue, and then Sweeney and Neely's jobs are safe, and that's all they've ever really cared about. But I don't think they're going to have the balls to do what they actually should do.
Hey, John, besides Coyle, who did you say? Who was the other one?
Brandon Carlo.
Let's. You want to share again? You and I were talking about the other day. If he is actually available, your thoughts on Brendan Carlo?
Yep. Yeah. I mean,
would he go to the top of your list for the Stars?
No. Well, I wouldn't say top of the list.
Would you want Brendan Carlo over Jacob Trouba?
Yes.
That's a pretty big statement.
Yeah, I think I would. He's
also a lot younger too.
Yeah, and I think he's a little bit more mobile, can do things offensively. He's got a big shot. He's got a big shot that he uses. So yeah, for sure, Carlo I'd be interested in that guy.
Let's do it.
Yeah. I mean, I would be very interested.